This is incredibly moving to be here. So grateful to be part of this community of love, music, and activism. And I just want to focus on 2 trips that we took with Thiago. One was a Ventana Cultural Exchange delegation to Nicaragua for the 5th anniversary of the Sandinista Revolution. It was comprised of artists, writers, musicians committed to peace, justice, and human rights. We went in solidarity with the Sandinista Cultural Workers Association, the ASTC. We brought pencils, pens, office supplies, notebooks for children. The Ventana Archive are in NYU's Tamament Library, if you're ever interested in doing the kind of research to really celebrate the great depth and width of Thiago's activism. One day, to celebrate Somoza's overthrow, our delegation drove to the front in an old diesel bus that strained slowly up and down steep hills, making us a perfect target for US-backed Contra forces. For our safety, the bus driver, a hero of the revolution, a brave Sandinista soldier, weapons at his side, Noel Correa, our ASTC host, sat in front with a rifle. It was hot. Everyone on the bus fell asleep, except for the bus driver, Claire, and me, and Thiago. So I really kind of worried. I'm a military historian by training. And I said, we really need to sit up very close to the driver. If he falls asleep, I'll drive and you deal with the weapons. Let me just say that a week later, a bus taking this road was blown up. So we were very lucky. We were met when we got there safely by very young soldiers, boy soldiers, who greeted us in a semicircle of songs. One had a guitar and the others all turned their rifles into guitars and enacted strumming them. And Thiago's chants accompanied us on this entire trip, which included a memorable boat trip across a large lake. Thiago started drumming on the roof and chanting. We said we won't chant until we chant with Giannini. And the sounds still echo across those waters. And then we had the most extraordinary trip to Brazil in July 2005. We stayed for the first week with his sister Maria Julia and her husband Nathan in their Manaus apartment, where we spent some time with Natalia, his niece, and her husband Hiso, and they served it was to celebrate Thiago's birthday, and they served this I'll never forget it, biggest turtle I've ever seen. Don't know that I approve. Anyway, Thiago was so excited to share they're not endangered now, so I can approve. Okay, good. His beloved green with us. He arranged for us to travel up the Black River to the spectacular rainforest, Arieau Amazon Treetop Hotel, where he met a young man who had worked there he had known years ago in the Indian village near his childhood home. And this young man explained the entire village had a sign from the stars to move to an area north of Arieau on the Rio Negro. And excited for Thiago to see his family and everyone, he invited a small group of us to go visit. And as our canoe approached the shore, a young man waited, his face and belly all painted in red stripes, and he blew his conch shell to signal our arrival, and somebody answered on his conch shell, and the adventure was on, and we walked in to the rainforest to a most amazing welcome. This was the most amazing day, I think, of our lives. But at the school, Thiago taught the children to chant and had all of us singing Na 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 Ne. it was extraordinary. And then we went back to Maria, Julia, and Natan in Manaus, and we had the most amazing day on the river, where the meeting of the waters of the two rivers meet and then join to become the Amazon. Imagine the Amazon with Thiago forever. Love, music, magic, activism, human rights for all. Thank you.